Hello guys, so today we're going to be doing a video on beginner mistakes and some mistakes that I see a lot of people doing lately. How my little brother's been working out with me every once in a while. My little sister, I try to share some things too. And I've seen a few interesting mistakes from them. And in general, when I help my friends work out and stuff, I see a lot of these types of mistakes and I feel like I should do a video on them so people make less mistakes with planning, with the organization of their workouts, with the rep ranges, with the weights, um, and yeah, in general, when they should they're eating. There are some eating habits too that they have that are really bad. Like some friends eat right before, right after they eat. So let's go and start going over some of those things now. So first off, when we're looking at some beginner mistakes, one of the most common beginner mistakes is intensity and over consistency when it should be the way around. Consistency always beats intensity. People go in the first day to the gym and they try to kill themselves, and this is the worst way you could possibly train. You want to train as light as physically possible when you first start training. You want to dip your toes in the water. You don't want to go diving in. You're not a diver. You don't know how to swim. So you want to start off slow, steady, do 1 day, low level arms. Don't even go close to a 1 rep max. Don't really try to push yourself too hard. Just plan out a solid workout, like a beginner workout. Do a solid amount of weight that gives you a decent amount of challenge. Don't kill yourself, and we're gonna slowly from there start working on increasing the weight, increasing the reps, increasing the resistance to build yourself up to brighter future in your training and your regimen. Because I have a friend of mine, a friend of mine that I know. He went with me to train one day, and the first day he's trying to kill himself, and he thinks that he can start benching as much as I can, and he's never trained before because he's bigger and taller or whatever. But trust me, guys, someone who's out of shape, any size, any weight, they could be the most talented genetic freak in the world. You have someone else who's been training for a long time, you're not gonna you're not gonna be in good shape. Don't compare yourself to others. That's another thing. Don't compare yourself to someone else. Someone else has different genes, different expectations, different potential. You are you. You have your own set of genes. The only person who you want to be better than is you from yesterday. You want to work to get better, work on yourself. Um, so yeah, that's one beginner mistake that I see a lot. Another beginner mistake that I see is going in without any guidance. I recommend the first day you start working out, you have someone to help you go through the motions, or you do your research before you start working out. There's this phrase from, I don't remember this guy's name, something Richard Brayson or Brayson Richard. I don't remember, but you're the average of the five people closest to you. I think it was. I don't know, but I heard that from somewhere. You're the average of the five people closest to you. So if you have a group of people who you go work out with, or even if they're not your closest friends, but at least a group of people who you trust, you'll work out better. You'll have a better workout. You'll be able to focus more. You'll be more motivated. You'll motivate each other because you have that sense of camaraderie between you two. You don't want to leave one behind. You see someone pushing, then you'll want to push harder too. And that really motivates you, especially when you're slowly growing and slowly getting better. That'll really set the pace for you guys because if you're working out by yourself, you might just train weak forever, train light forever, which is not what I'm trying to say because I said that before. You don't want to train too hard. But if you have someone with you, it'll motivate you to slowly increase to match whatever they're doing because they're going to want to do more than you and you're going to want to do more than them. And eventually there might be someone who's genetically better or whatever, but you'll always be pushing yourself to try to match at least their effort that they're putting into their workouts. So that's really good. Another common beginner mistake is skipping stretching. I don't know why people do this. Stretching and flexibility training is almost as important as muscular training. You need to be flexible. You need to be able to stretch. You need to have the mobility. If anything, it could be just as important. It could be more important because a lot of people just don't have any good ranges of motion. They can't touch their toes. You see these huge bodybuilders. They can't get anywhere near a split. They have horrible flexibility. It's really really bad. Their spine, their back, everything's all crooked. Flexibility training helps reduce the risk of injury, increase the intensity workout, and it starts to give you some blood flow. Some people say that it doesn't really do this. That there's a study that came out that was like it reduces your overall amount of effort you put into your workout by 10%. But from what I've seen, more studies say that it's good than it's not, and that was only one study that I could find. So in general, I highly, highly recommend. And even if it did reduce the amount of muscular effort you're putting into, the most compelling research that I've seen for not stretching says that it only reduces the amount of weight pushed or volume by 10%, which is minuscule. And by that point, the last 10% of volume extra is not gonna make a huge, huge difference on your gains. I mean, the last 10% is usually most important, but like I mean, in general, you're gonna still be getting a solid, solid amount of gains. So I wouldn't really worry about that. Another mistake people make is skipping cardio. It's another very common beginner mistake. People skip cardio. They don't want to get their 150 minutes a week, and this leads to tiredness. In general, your shape, you are in shape if you have good cardiovascular system. That's how your measures the best measurement of longevity is through your cardiovascular system. Increasing your muscle size will, on average, make you live longer. But what will do this even more, or to an even greater degree, is when you. I don't know if you guys can hear my dogs barking. They're barking in the background. Hope you can't hear them. And the little camera thing always says, "Hi, you are currently being recorded." I'm sorry, guys, for that, but it happens. Um, that's the biggest marker of your health, cardio. So if these dogs can make noise, they won't make so much noise, but it really sets you up for success. And if you have good cardio, you get to push yourself harder in the weights in the weight room, push more weight, make more gains, get more muscle. So yeah, I really recommend that you really push yourself with cardio to get, if anything, to get better in muscular wise, then to do that. And also another beginner mistake that goes with that not doing cardio is training cardio right after or right next to the time or right before you train your muscles. You should give it a 3 hour time span, and I recommend you train your muscles first so you can really push your muscles before and then train cardio. Or if you train cardio, do very light, low impact cardio and then train your muscles. It doesn't really matter the order too much. The whole point, the really key point that I want to run home is separate them by 2 to 3 hours between the day. So the adaptative effects don't disrupt each other, because there's been research done where if you train cardio right next to the time you're training for muscular endurance or muscular strength, there could be some negative effects on the growth of your cardiovascular system or your muscular growth. So I'd recommend that you really try to dial that in. And for our final thing that I want to cover is scheduling your workout routine. Some people train the same muscle groups all day, every day. So they train a full body 7 days a week. Don't do this. You train 7 days full body all day a week. I mean, every single day of the week. You're not going to be getting any gains compared. Well, you are going to be getting gains, but you're not going to be getting as many gains as if you rested a day. There's this one guy, Dorian Yates, that he was, thanks to Mike Mentzer, another famous bodybuilder, he was actually started decreasing his volume, and he realized that he was getting more gains. Sometimes you're just pushing yourself too hard in a certain direction, and less is more, and that'll lead you to more gains if you're working out. So I recommend this, and there's even some very experienced lifters who just don't listen to this advice, but it's good advice. So try to take at least one day off. I spent like the first 3 years of training and I didn't take a single day off because I hated taking days off, and I thought the more effort I put into it, the better I'd look. And I mean, I did start looking way better for sure, but I once started taking a break, one rest day on Sundays, I felt even better. So yeah, 1 to 2 days, and when you get older, you can even implement a second day. If you have as much time as I do to train, you can implement a second day once you get older, because so you give your body more time to recover. And when you get really old, you're not really old, but once you get to your like 40s, you can start implementing 3 days of rest to really assist with your body's recovery, because your body needs more time to recover the more you age. And in the same sense, there's some people who schedule for 2-day workouts, or they train twice a week, or they train upper body only. You want to be training all your body groups, all your muscle. All right, guys. So I just put a little light on. I had to cut something out because there's some stuff that was going on. I had to put a little light so you guys can see better. Now I know. So I'm gonna do this probably for if I do another video in this area, I'm probably gonna do it like this. And I had to take care of the noise. Now there's no noise. Now there's no dogs making any noise. I don't know if you can hear in the video, but I had to take care of it. It's pretty loud. But like I was saying, muscle groups, you want to be training muscle groups separately. Organize it in a way where you train each muscle group 2 times a day. There's some people who don't train all their muscle groups correctly, and this is really sad because it really prevents optimal growth. But yeah, that's pretty much it in general anyways for the video. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you guys want me to do anything different, anything new, let me know. I'm open to any new ideas. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye bye. See you in the next video.